Hi there, welcome to Houston DIY. My name's Ben. In this video, we're going in there to renovate the ensuite. Okay, so we've done a few DIY projects in the house over the last few years. We've been in the house about 6 years. We've had this ensuite done for maybe 5. There's a couple of issues in there, not issues, kind of little small problems. There's little parts of the ceiling that have captured a little bit of moisture and created a little bit of black spot and moulding. Nothing major, but that needs a sanding down and a repaint. We're going to do a repaint of the pink in there into a more dove grey. I'll show you the paint we're using in a moment. And we're actually going to replace, I don't know if you can see it just in view there, I'll get a close-up in a minute. We're going to replace the sink with a vanity unit. The sink is, I think it's a bit too big for the space, and we're lacking storage in that area in there as well. Similar to the bathroom we did next door as well, in the family bathroom. I'll link up here to that video. So yeah, vanity replacement, repaint, renovation, just touch it up a little bit here and there, just to bring it back to its best. So first of all, I'll jump into the ensuite and show you around. Okay, so we're going to go through here into the ensuite. It's quite a tight space, as you can see, because it is a small ensuite, like a shower room. So we've got the shower here, so let me just zoom out a little bit into a different view for you. So we've got the shower in there with the tiles looking great still, so there's no problems there with the tiling. And a little area in there where we store shower gels and shampoos. The shower head, I need to fix up the fixing up there. It's come a little bit loose, I just need to strengthen that up a little bit with some glue. You can see up there, we've got a couple of black spots around the light fitting up there. And then a couple up there as well, which we will sort out. So they're the kind of black bits, and we're going to replace the vent inlet for the extractor. You can see that it's pink. We're obviously going to repaint this to like a dove grey. And then the main reason we're doing it is this sink unit here. So we're going to rip that out, replace with a vanity unit. I need to cut out the skirting board a little bit, redo a bit of pipe work and waste work, and that should be it. We'll also touch up the skirting and architrave. Put some new sealant around the window, and that should be everything. So let's get started. Okay, so just a couple of things before we jump into it. I'll just go through some of the tools and materials I'm using. So I've got a brand new Renovate multi-tool. I had a multi-tool before, it blew up, it was a wired one. I've got a cordless one now, with obviously the Renovate 1 battery system. I've done a couple of videos on Renovate, I'll link up there to them, and I will do a separate kind of review video on this as well. But I am using this to cut out the skirting board for the vanity unit to go in. So yeah, and maybe use it for a bit of sanding on the edge of the skirting board, stuff like that. So that's one of the tools we're using. Obviously other tools that we're using, drills and stuff, but I wanted to call that one out because it's brand new. Okay, the other thing I wanted to call out was the paint. So the paint for the architraves and skirting, that's Sooty Lashes Valspar. That's just a Valspar wooden metal paint. We've got this from the paint outlet.co.uk, based in Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. So this is the Ensuite Thermalite from Thermalate. This is an insulating paint that should keep heat in, the cold out, and should improve things from an energy saving perspective. We do find with the ensuite it's quite a cold room. The outside walls in this extension bit weren't insulated very well on build. I don't think it's kind of from 1997 extension. So yeah, it's not great. So we do find in the winter it is cold in there. Bathrooms tend to be. But this is a dove grey. As I say, it's the insulating paint. 9-in-1 paint ultra from Paint Outlet. I'll link to it in the description. Hopefully this will save us energy in terms of heating that room and make it feel a bit warmer during those colder months. So that's the paint in there. Again, just wanted to call that out because we've teamed up with Paint Outlet on that one. Okay, I think that's it now. Everything in terms of the foundations laid for this video, the boring bit. So hopefully you know what we're doing. Well, obviously where it is, some of the stuff we're using. What I'll do now, I'll jump through different bits, do time lapses of most stuff, and I'll talk about stuff in between if required, any bits that are interesting. But basically, sanding, filling, removal, resealant, repaint, fit the vanity, fit the pipe work, stuff like that. So yeah, let's crack on, jump into the ensuite. Okay, so in the bathroom we're installing this mirror. So it's a Stockholm mirror from IKEA. It's got the mounting points here and here. So in that room, in the ensuite there, I need to find the centre of the room. I need to find a level, and we can use the centre of the space. Sorry, it's going in. So we can use the tool to get a level, mark out the actual middle, and we can measure, obviously using the measurements of the actual mirror itself, exactly where we need to put the holes. So this is perfect for this in there. So we'll jump inside the ensuite now and I'll show you what's going on. Okay, so it's this wall just back here. So on this wall here, we need to find a centre spot between the edge of that trim there and the edge of that wall there. So what we'll do is I'll mark out on the wall exactly the height of where the actual screws are going, because obviously then I know exactly where the screws are going to go, and then we can get the level across and use this to actually get the centre of that space. And then I know exactly that the mirror is going bang in the middle of that area. What I'll do, just to double check that it's actually the right measurements, I'll use a tape measure just to double check the measurements, then we can see accurately that it's definitely worked. Okay, the almost final bit now is the sink that's going in. So let me just show you the sink. I've just dry fitted it. I think that's not the right word. Here's the new sink unit. So it's just loosely on at the moment. I just need to work out the length of the tap connectors and for the waste. So we'll prep the sink in the bedroom now, drop it in, and we can work that out. Okay, so I've just finished the last bit of painting in there now, all done and dusted. Took a little bit longer than expected, just things getting in the way, but we eventually got there and got everything done. So just wanted to summarise the job, some of the bits that I've liked doing, stuff that I've not liked doing, and some of the products that we use as part of the renovation. Okay, so first up is this paint. So this is, as we mentioned before, it's the Insuite paint, so it's insulating paint. So we went for the grey, the Dove Grey. It's a product from Thermalite, we did cover it earlier. I will link to this paint. In terms of putting it on, really, really thick, but does go on and covers really well. Dries fast, got good coverage. There's a couple of coats all over the bathroom, and that's been enough. In terms of benefits of this insulation paint, I think we'll see more benefits potentially in the winter, obviously to help insulate the actual ensuite, because it does get chilly in there, so we will see. But from a paintability perspective, which paint should be, it's been good. Like the colour, kind of goes with everything, quite neutral in terms of the grey, but really happy with how it's come out. So yeah, 10 out of 10 so far with the paint. Maybe 9.5, it could be a little bit thinner, but I guess it's thick because of the reason it's an insulating paint. So yeah, overall, really impressed. Okay, next up is the mirror, the IKEA mirror, the round mirror. You can just about see that in the background behind me. So yeah, I showed some footage before that going up. Nice and easy to install. Doesn't come with any instructions, so if you are looking and you're thinking you've got the mirror or you're getting the mirror, don't expect to get any fitting instructions or fitting equipment. You've got to do it all yourself. As you saw in the video, hopefully, I think I captured it. I had some masking tape across both of the holes, drew some marks on the holes, lined it up on the wall. Got the centre of the wall using my Robox tool, which I'll show you in a moment. But yeah, the look, the bounce of light it gives in there, like mirrors do, make an area look bigger. Overall, really pleased with the look, and quite easy to install if you know what you're doing. Okay, as I mentioned, the Robox measuring tool with those two built-in lasers, so you can measure distance from one point to another. It's got a built-in level on it, and you can also find the centre of the room using the two lasers on each side. So we did that for the mirror. Found the centre of the room with the measuring laser. That's going to make other jobs really easy to do as well, or easier to do in terms of measuring, finding centres, things like that. And you can get added accessories for that, for 360 room levelling, laser levelling. And you can also get extensions to go on either side, which turns it into a proper spirit level, a full spirit level. Okay, so the Vanity unit, that was from Victorian Plum, or Victorian Plumbing. I'll confirm below in the description if you're interested. Really like the colour. You can hopefully see that just behind me. Really pleased with the colour, how it's come out in terms of with a look in the bathroom. In terms of fitting it, obviously cut out the skirting board for it to go flush against the wall. The sink itself all fit on fine. The pain in the backside, which I guess if you're not a plumber and you're a DIYer like me, is actually getting those waste fittings sealed up first time. It took me 2 or 3 times to get it fully sealed. There's always a little dribble of water coming out. And I never trust myself putting sealant on there. I probably just need to go for it next time. So at the moment it's fine. I'll keep an eye on it for the next few weeks. If we get a leak up, I'll probably have to redo it. But yeah, Vanity unit install, all fine except when doing the waste. Also, just to add as well, the tap itself, the mixer tap, that was from Screwfix. I'll put a link below in the description if you're interested in that tap. The last thing we did in the bathroom, or the last thing to mention, sorry, is the shower head. So we put a brand new shower head in there. We went from, I think, a 20 or 18 centimetre shower head to a 30 centimetre. So I wasn't sure, because obviously it's just from the boiler, from the combi boiler. There's no pump involved in pumping that water into the shower, whether it would actually be too big, but it does work fine and has improved that shower massively. The previous one I got a bit mucky, a bit dirty, a bit scratched, so it's just a nice refresh in there, but it's almost like a new shower. But overall, really easy to fit, as are most shower heads. One other thing that I actually almost forgot, because it is that hidden almost, is the extractor, or the outlet for the extractor in the ceiling. So previously we tried silver ones, and obviously with the condensation obviously hitting it and sitting on it, it just kind of gets rusty. So we've gone for a white plastic one, and I'm not sure why we didn't do that before, because it's nice and clean, easy to wipe, blends into the ceiling because it's white, so really, really good and super, super cheap. So I think I got some footage of fitting that. Nice and easy to do. You got to kind of push the little arms in and shove it in your ceiling with the extractor tube attached already. So yeah, that was really simple but really effective in terms of making that ceiling look a lot nicer. Okay, so we're all done there with the Ensuite renovation. Hopefully you've picked up a few hints and tips from the stuff I've done. Maybe seen some stuff I've done wrong. So if you have seen anything I've done wrong, drop it in the comment section. There's probably tons of stuff, or where I could improve on my DIY skills. If you've got any questions about what I've done again, just drop it in the comment section. I'll reply to any questions, comments at all about the job, about the fittings, about anything we've done in there. Just drop that in the comment section, no problem at all. Please like the video if you found it informative, give it a thumbs up and give it a like. If not for any reason, give it a thumbs down, give it a dislike. As I said, questions, comments, drop them in. And if you want to follow the Houston DIY channel along for more DIY projects, there are some summer ones coming, tech reviews, product reviews, and much, much more. Hit that subscribe button and we'll see you on the next one.